It was the hardest year of my life, and I had visions of me shooting myself in the head, of me hanging myself. Um, um, yeah, pretty bad stuff. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Bros Think Big podcast. This is the show where we talk about the simple and yet complicated ideas of self-improvement. Tune in and join us as we become the best versions of ourselves so you guys can too.
That's
Always
facts.
remember to like and follow for more, and let us know down in the comments what you want to hear us talk about in the future.
That's facts.
The most, I don't even know how to phrase it. We have the guest that's never been so excited to come on this podcast. Zack, come on in here.
Let's go, Zack. Drinking dope, turn me to a superhero. Yeah. Hit that pill, turn me to a superhero. Yeah. Roll my 90, turn me to.
Alright.
Very excited, young man.
Great physique, right, Zach?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Pleasure to
I'll
be here.
answer that
Pleasure to
question
be
for
here.
him.
Pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Oh, shit, this is Kate.
Hey Zach, today we're going to be talking about mental health and exercise in general, and we want you to introduce yourself. Let us know who you are, why you're on here, and kind of give us a little
What made
insight
you
of
really
your
want to come on our
experience.
podcast?
Okay. Hi, my name's Zack Schwartz. I'm 20 years old, and I go to the University of Rhode Island, and I'm from Richboro, Pennsylvania, and I'm really into fitness and mental health and really self-improvement. It's my lifestyle. It's my daily thing, and I really want to do this for my life. And I'm a pleasure to be on a self-improvement podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's
That's
awesome.
good.
Oh,
That's great.
think big.
Yeah.
Gotta start thinking big, man.
All right. Well,
Want to kick us off?
yeah. So I'm gonna go into my personal life of my mental health story, and basically what I went through in my life, my adversities and my positive experiences. So growing up, I've always struggled with not depression, but anxiety, and when I was younger, I really had trouble with my social skills, and I really didn't have a lot of friends, and it took me a while to get comfortable with talking to people, and I would go to psychologists and stuff when I was younger, and I really felt alone. I really even when I had my family with me and stuff, I really didn't have a lot of people around me, and it was just really hard. And that was when I was really young, but as I grow older, during elementary school and middle school, I really improved my mental health and my physical health, and it's just a lot of but it was just all I'm saying. It was a hard life in my childhood, forward to seventh teenage years.
Of course, yeah, it makes sense.
Because it was just a hard time.
But you move on.
I moved on, and
you
then
gotta learn from it.
That's
too.
that's not the main point, but this is where my story kind of begins, where
How it started.
this is kind of the main plot, the main story, and how I got into self-improvement and really trying to focus on myself. So during high school, I made a lot of bad choices. I really learned a lot about who I am as a person, and how I can become a better person. And I back in high school, I had a huge crush on this girl. I'm not gonna say, and for about 2 years, and basically, I made a false reality in my head about what my status was with this girl, and I kind of screwed myself over, because I
Happens,
ended
man.
up
It's
getting
young love.
rejected, because I didn't know how to talk to girls.
You learn.
I've learned, yeah, but after this happened, I had a really bad reaction with my mental health. My hands were shaking for 2.5 weeks. I had lots of spasms because of my anxiety and my stress. Life was good before that happened. Like, I was really thriving. Like, I had a good friend group. I had my family was there. Like, I had a good family stuff. Everything was going well until that happened, and that was like, boom. I felt like that was like a heartbreak, but like it was kind of made up because like I really didn't have like a status with this girl, but it was all in my head, which was kind of crazy. It's crazy what it shows. It's crazy like what the brain can actually do, like how detrimental it can make people's lives, and how people need help with their mental health if bad things happen like this and they're not prepared. I wasn't prepared for that, and there's more to the story, and I'll go on. So I was 2.5 weeks. I was having spasms in my hands and bad reactions, and I eventually was like, I need to get help, and I went to a psychologist for cognitive behavior therapy, and I made it worse for some reason because I don't know why. The psychologist just wasn't the person for me, didn't really understand me, and he was giving me the wrong advice. And then that's when I started having suicidal thoughts. And I was...
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
How'd you know he was giving you wrong advices?
So
what was your problem, and what was he telling you?
I think... I don't know if he was giving me wrong advice, but I think I was so, like, in my head, I wasn't, like, comprehending what he was saying. I was kind of just ignoring it. And... so
you didn't really understand your situation?
Yeah.
Of what really happened?
No, I did, but like, I feel like since I was in a high stress levels and like my brain was going crazy,
it was hard
for me to like I didn't really give the person a chance because I was like having these panic attacks and stuff, and like I feel like I kept going to him and I wasn't seeing improvements. So basically, like that's the reason why I like didn't see eye to eye with him because he wasn't really helping me.
Dude, it's actually crazy that you went through this. I mean, why do you think it happened? Why from her?
That's a great question.
Was it something so special about?
I was really going with my ego. I was in my ego so much. I fantasized. I was making a false reality in my head.
And as soon as that didn't happen...
And as soon as that didn't happen, like, I felt like my heart just dropped to the ground. And I was just like speechless. And then like that's when I went in the car. I was like having a meltdown. My hands were shaking. And like I said, like then the suicidal thoughts came. Because I was holding the stress and anxiety. I wouldn't tell my family at all for a long time that I had these thoughts. Until December and Christmas Eve, I was sitting on the couch with my family watching a movie, and then I just had a meltdown because I was holding this stress in. Because as a man, we were taught to hold emotions in and not say anything, and I really think that's terrible. I really think we should advocate for ourselves. But we're taught as young men to hold in everything and not cry, and it's just a terrible thing. I feel like we should be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. But I do think that as a man you should be able to go through some kind of hardship without really showing the emotion. Yeah. You have to be definitely able to express your emotion, but I feel like you also have to have a strength as a man to hold that in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because we do have a lot of responsibility as men in the society to not go around and just show off our emotions too much. Yeah,
but like when I'm having suicidal thoughts, that's when it's good. That's when I gotta have to like.
I mean, dude, when you went to a psychologist, did he not listen to you? Was not that the person that you would speak to? Because you said you couldn't speak about your emotions to people. You would just keep it in.
I just shared it to my psychologist, and I didn't say anything to my parents because I was scared of them of
reacting the
wrong way. And I was.
Did your psychologist not say anything about your situation with your parents? I mean, how old were you?
I wanted to keep it confidential with my psychologist.
Oh, okay.
I was I was 17. I was in senior year of high school.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and yeah. So I was gonna go back to what I was saying, but
go ahead.
I was in Christmas Eve, like the suicidal thoughts were, like my anxiety does is I get visions in my head that I don't want to happen. They're intrusive thoughts, and basically they're unwanted thoughts in your head that your mind creates that make you uncomfortable for no reason. And
what was it like?
Horrible. It was the hardest year of my life, and I had visions of me shooting myself in the head, of me hanging myself. Yeah, pretty bad stuff.
Tough.
Yeah.
Was it like vivid, like visualization? Like was it really clear?
Visual. Like it's not just like words. It's thoughts, like actual pictures of myself.
And it was clear. It was like a clear image of you just shooting yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
It was not. It was hard.
And you think it started from that relationship with the girl? And like
it wasn't.
It wasn't
really
much.
It was just that the fact that I visualized this. It was like the most important thing to me, and when that didn't happen, it really like affected me, because my mind was so addicted to this girl, you know, and like.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I felt like I had nothing to, like, what was the point in life because I didn't get in this relationship, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it was crazy. How much I've changed over the years because of this, because I actually look back at it and I'm really grateful that she rejected me. Because look who I am right now.
Yeah.
I'm doing the best mentally and physically. And,
exactly. What is the most important lesson you learned from that, looking back at it now?
The most important lesson. Hold on. Gotta think about this one. It's a good question. I feel like the most important thing is that really just focus on yourself. I just have to focus on myself and be grateful for what you have. Look where we are right now.
Yeah.
We're in a great area.
You're with Bros Think Big.
We have great. I'm in Bros Think Big podcast. You know, we have food on the table.
Yeah.
We got great friends. Family that care for one another, and
a roof above your head.
It's just like
it's like those.
I kind of ignored everything. I was just so fixated on just this one girl that I completely ignored what I had around me, and it's just absolutely crazy. Yeah. Like it's insane what your brain can do to like manipulate your reality and your world around you.
And control your physical body.
Yes, and I'll get into that with how stress affects your body physically, but I still got more to talk about.
Go ahead.
Is that alright?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So after that, I was getting the suicidal thoughts, and then I found meditation, and that really changed my life, and it showed me how to rest with my thoughts and just allow them to flow. Because as I seen my thinking patterns, my thoughts are my intrusive thoughts are made up of things that I'm disturbed by and I'm comfortable. And if you resist those thoughts, you'll learn that they'll get worse and worse and worse. It's a pattern. They're built from neural networks in your brain. You keep building that pattern, it'll get worse and worse and worse. You keep resisting, it will get worse and worse.
So you have to talk about it or fix the thoughts? What do you
not fix the thoughts, but just allow them to flow. Allow them to...
How do you allow them to flow?
By not talking back to them. Like for example...
Like ignoring them?
Oh, I don't...
Like no, he just said don't ignore them.
Oh,
not
he said ignore them. He said by
basically ignoring them, but like...
just try not giving them attention.
Exactly.
It is
not,
what it is.
Yeah. Not giving them attention.
It's simple. It is what it is. What's that?
Yeah.
It's simple. It is what it is.
Yeah, just like...
How do you let it flow?
It's as simple as that.
What did you do to let
lots
it flow?
of practice. Yeah, I mean...
like, name one scenario and how'd you let it flow?
I kind of do visualizations in my head. So basically I imagine, like... So, I went to another therapist. So it took me a long time to find the right therapist. Eventually, I found a really good therapist that really helped me a lot, and has really changed my life. But the way that one of the best ways that helps me with my thoughts is to do imagery visualizations of. So basically, I imagine my thoughts in a river, and then just flowing in a river, and like just drifting in my head, kind of out of my head.
Is this what you practice by meditating?
Yes, yeah, I practice. So the meditation is you can do this 15 minutes per day, 10 to 15 minutes. I would prefer. That's like the best for me because I really don't like to do too long as the meditations because I get
It's like too much.
Yeah, it's just like too long because like my attention kind of wears off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Yeah, when I meditate,
it also requires a lot of energy from your mind. To
let
those thoughts, just process things or imagine things even.
But the meditation, what I do is it's very spiritual. It's more spiritual focused. Spirituality has also helped me with my intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
Basically, when I meditate, I focus on going into my heart, which is the intelligence center of your thoughts, and your energy is created from your heart, and that's what I believe from the books I've read. I don't know if you guys know Do you know who Dr. Joe Dispenza is?
No.
No.
And what's the name of the book?
It's called Supernatural.
Supernatural.
So
I'm supernatural.
Me too.
It's basically connects the worlds of science and spirituality.
Okay.
And basically, it talks about how your body can create disease from stress with your hormones.
Oh yeah.
Just from, I believe disease isn't even I believe disease is just created from stress. I don't know if you guys believe in that, but I think just we create what we think from manifestation, and just being the cortisol going up, and just it can create genes in your body that are from just stress, and it can cause disease.
I believe that if you believe something very strong, it can actually happen.
Yeah.
So I do agree with that.
Yeah.
And stress creates toxic cells in your body
Yeah.
that multiply
Yep.
and then eventually take over,
Yes.
which then leads to
there's numerous stories in the book that share really cool stories that people beat cancer from just manifestation and just changing their stress levels and decreasing it with meditating and
I've heard of
relaxation
those too.
techniques. Go ahead.
I got a controversial take.
Go ahead.
I think people are not gonna like this one, but suck it up. I think
guys,
depression is an entirely self-made.
I
Depression?
agree.
Depression.
I agree with that.
If you really look into it, no one is born depressed. It's accepted. It's accepted. Why is depression so common now compared to 30 years ago when no one had it?
Yeah.
Because now it's accepted. And again, I don't think it's a good or bad thing. But the reason why depression has gone up recently is because of the exceptions.
And
people were
say
scared.
Okay.
Yeah, people say it's okay. Back then, when it wasn't okay, people feared that thing, so they never were really depressed. There were very few, and if there was, it was self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Now, people want to believe they're depressed. It's sad. I'm not going to go too far into it, but people want to believe it, and they believe they're depressed, and it turns into
they believe it's so hard
actual depression.
They actually fall into depression, and some of them have really hard time getting out of it.
If you ever
And
look
some
at
even, unfortunately, fall for it so hard that they kill themselves, which is crazy. And I actually searched it up. It's 5% of people in the world, globally, that have those kind of depressions where they even suicidal. Exactly, 5%. I mean, it's not that much, but it is.
Well, it's 1 in 20. That's
exactly.
That's
it's 5% is nothing. It sounds nothing, but it's still a lot for someone to fall into depression and take their lives away. Knowing that life is very precious, very very precious.
Mm-hmm.
You can go.
There's actually a really good concept, what helped me. Another thing with my intrusive thoughts, the mindfulness techniques I was doing, meditation, journaling. I mean, they're all good, but what's weird is that the thoughts kind of lead me to things that like to help me like as a person, and like they give me like realizations. You know, it's kind of weird, you know, but like after I really like got me out of my suicidal thoughts, I realized that what's the point of killing myself? You know,
It's not gonna solve anything.
it's not gonna solve anything. You don't really know what's gonna happen after life. I mean, there's lots of things.
Yeah.
I believe in heaven, but like I believe that there's spiritual energy on
You
this
don't
earth.
go to heaven if you kill yourself.
I mean, there's a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
That's very
Yeah.
religious. I'm more spiritual than religious, but
That's why I was surprised when you said, "I believe in heaven," when you're not.
I'm not like
religious.
I believe in God. I believe in heaven, but
But you're not religious. You're not
Yeah.
traditionally.
yeah, exactly. I don't go to like I'm Jewish, so I don't go to synagogue every Friday. I went to Hebrew school with Josh and Sash. But
What?
yeah,
Wait,
wait, this.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Was he in your grade?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah, we were in the same
Did
class.
you have a bar mitzvah?
Yeah, I think
At
you were-
Ohad?
he was there. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Where the fuck was I?
Sasha,
You were
somebody-
about you?
somebody-
Like what? Yeah, wait, yo, where the fuck was I then, huh?
I remember you. You were
Not at your bar mitzvah.
I didn't really talk to you.
Nah,
I was
I'm
bored
fine.
with Josh, but what was I talking about?
Dude, I just want to say we're gonna drop the video.
Oh, I was
in the
talking about the realization I made
Okay.
with
what
my
video?
intrusive thoughts of.
I was gonna talk about that video.
What video? Okay.
I said we were gonna drop the video in the description. This guy talks about the depression, just like what Josh said. It's a made-up thing. People back then did not have depression. Statistics show that too, because they were too busy with their lives that they didn't have to think about being depressed. They always had something to do.
Yeah, because
They were never exactly. But now everything is handed in your hand. You can sit and order food, all that kind of stuff. But what people had to do is go hunt for their food, or even go and walk and drive to get their food.
And there's also
Everything's just become so simple now that people don't really get used to activities. One of the things that leads to depression is sitting home or not doing enough activities to keep your body busy. So
even healthy.
You're weak. You're weak.
Or
Mentally,
even healthy, not even
emotionally,
busy. Just
and
keeping
physically.
it healthy.
Yeah.
You don't have to be weak. That's why depression gets to you. No strong person is gonna let depression get to them. And depression is just anxiety and being weak.
Yeah.
Like,
And then
that's
people
just
take,
true.
People take these antidepressants and all these medicines, and I feel like it makes it worse. I
Oh
really,
yeah, that helps nothing.
You know, like I feel like you're just relying on a medicine that harms your
If
body.
anything, it's addictive and leads to even worse stuff.
Yeah,
Addiction.
it's just poison.
I
It
feel
is
like people
It's
should be focusing more on like meditating and working out
Natural
and
stuff.
eating really healthy.
Oh,
People,
yeah, food.
Yeah, the food is
Amazing.
like
Yeah. Good
increases cortisol. I mean, there's a lots of
What's a cortisol?
cortisol.
Yeah.
It's a
It's-
release stressing hormone.
Oh, okay, okay.
Or is not really stressing. Yeah.
It's a stress hormone,
Yeah,
Stress hormone.
Yeah.
Okay.
and which also leads to a decrease in testosterone. If
When it goes up.
when it goes up, yeah.
Okay.
And then then you got, I mean, testosterone doesn't really help with depression, but
How do you prevent cortisol not going up?
oh, reducing your stress. Stress levels increase your cortisol by a lot, and that decreases your testosterone. It increases your stress, and then eating lots of junk food increases cortisol, and eating like really healthy foods, whole foods. low
Dopamine
ingredient,
probably
not a
has
lot of
effect on it
ingredients.
too. The dopamine probably has the effect on the
They're
cortisol too.
Yeah,
correlated.
yeah.
Yeah.
If something bad happens to you, a girl breaks up with you or she rejects you, go to the freaking gym.
Yes.
bro.
Yes.
For
Yes.
real,
Yes.
go to the
Yes.
gym.
Yes.
Somebody finally said
Yes.
it. Go to the gym.
So your testosterone doesn't
Oh.
drop. All the gym rats, fucking, you want to be jacked? Go to the gym and do not let that testosterone
Yeah.
level drop down.
Any exercise, not the gym only.
Yeah, not the gym
then-
only, but
yeah,
you know, there's just
Like
like
lifting the weights
the
and
viral
letting that
videos.
anger just.
Oh.
bro, go hit the
Yeah,
gym.
flip a fucking tire. That's one
Yeah.
of the most fun
Oh, yeah.
things I've ever had. Flipping the tire was a great
Just pick
workout.
that shit up and just,
Yeah, no,
flip it.
no, it's just like fuck you. I don't know.
or
it's
even
so
punching
fun.
the bags for boxing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I say like that.
Punching bag.
Yeah, punching bag. Yeah, for boxing.
Let's go.
I like the tire more.
I was going to ask you guys, also another contributor with my mental health that really affected me is that I had a pornography addiction, really bad. It was so bad that I spent money on porn.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you overcome
Yeah.
it?
How much money, if you don't mind saying?
Maybe like it was not that much. I spent it maybe like once or twice. I was like,
Okay,
fuck
okay.
this. Like what am I doing with my life? Like
Yeah.
like I'm being a loser. Like you know, like I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my money. I'm wasting my energy. Like what's
I like
so-
how transparent you are about this.
I
It's
I believe that
It's good that you're
we're on a planet that's spinning around the sun, and what the fuck like why are we like caring about what other people think about? You know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, I believe we only have one life, like on Earth,
Okay.
and we should live it to the fullest and be in the present moment. And like, what's the point of worrying about stuff that people think about you? All this bullshit.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything for you. It just drains your energy, and
You shouldn't let that control
take
you.
every
Obviously, you have
moment
to-
in. Like you have to. Like
Obviously, you have to connect with people and
Yeah.
care what people think about you
mhm.
on a personal level.
Yeah, of course.
Not to the point where it becomes detrimental for you.
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah, I believe like.
Well, my question.
yeah, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
go ahead.
All right.
Sorry.
I believe. Yeah, I do agree with that. Like your family and your close people around you, their opinions matter, and I believe in that.
Yeah.
And I believe that.
Opinions only matter if you make it matter. That's the
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah. I mean, I just like it's if it's like family, like.
Your opinions
Close
only
people
matter.
only.
Did you hear
Yeah.
that? He
You
said
make it
that's the
matter.
reality. He's finding alternatives to
It's simple. It's simple.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
reality.
yeah, I
No,
agree.
You're right. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. Okay.
Like even if it is family, you can make it not matter if you choose not to make it matter. But
Yeah.
it's way harder because they mean more to you.
Yeah.
The more someone means to you, the more that they can affect you with words.
Yeah.
You're not gonna fucking listen to some random fucking guy about I don't know some stupid bullshit.
There's no point.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm sorry, philosopher got in the way.
What was your question? What was a self-proclaimed philosopher?
With pornography, I mean, how long?
Yeah, I was
When
gonna
did
ask
you
you.
stop? Yeah,
Oh,
when did
okay.
you come to the realization of you were?
Well, we fucking
So
fucked
I made
up.
a list on my phone of goals. I'll try to say all of them, but pornography was on one of the goals. I was trying to quit by the end of the year and
Okay.
do it in moderation. And then be smart with my money. I wasn't smart with my money in college. I went to Penn State. Not for me. I'm transferring to Rhode Island. But I had my fun there, but I'm not the same person I was, Basically, yeah, so I had a list of goals. So I wrote them on my locks. I have it on my lock screen. I have be smart with my money. Try to quit pornography at the end of the year. Be shredded at 185 to 190 pounds.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a bunch. But like we're talking about pornography. Also alcohol I had on there, and it's definitely changed a lot because I actually in Penn State there's a big party school, so I did drink a lot, and now I'm going on my sober journey. I haven't drinking
Yes, sir. Sober
2.5
for
months.
life.
I'm trying to be sober for my whole life, and I'm really trying to do that because I believe alcohol is a waste of time, and why are we drinking poison and like ruining
But
our
it
lives?
can be something for you to take as a good thing. Obviously,
Yeah.
For you to have a good time.
Yeah.
But everything that exceeds the normal level is where it gets bad. Then it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever have experience with alcohol that was just really bad?
Yeah. Okay, I'll go into it. Alright, well I've had a couple, I blacked out maybe like 5 times in my life.
Just 5 times, right?
Yeah, I mean casual 5 times. But this one's pretty funny I guess. And I don't care, but I'm gonna share it.
Go ahead.
So
Go
Penn
tell.
State, we're at Stage West. It's a nightclub at Penn State, and it was a Halloween weekend.
Wait, yeah.
What?
It stopped recording.
So
Alright,
let's
continue
go back to the
Yeah,
story.
yeah. So you were at Penn State
Talking
Halloween
about
weekend.
Yeah, Penn
Josh,
State.
is this what I think it is? Is this what I?
No, you guys haven't heard this one.
Okay.
I haven't
Halloween
heard of
weekend.
this.
I don't think you've heard this either.
This
So,
is what I think it is.
yeah, so I'm first time at the bar. You already know where this is gonna go. I'm blackout story. Basically, I'm pre-game at my friend's dorm. We drank 2 cups of moonshine, 12 ounces. the worst alcohol you can drink has grain alcohol in it, which is like the highest percentage.
Oh, really?
Yep, and you don't even taste the alcohol, which is insane.
I thought it was a martini that was the most.
Nah, I don't think so.
Because people say
No,
they
it's
drink
everything.
that just so they can. All they need is just one
I
shot.
might have it. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't really know a lot about it. But so yeah, I have 4 cups of, and then I get 4 drinks at the bar. So I'm 8 drinks in. I'm hammered. I'm plastered basically. That's what they call it. So yeah, I'm like gone. And then I go with this girl, and she's like, you know, we're flirting with each other, and then we're like, you want to leave? And then I get out of the me and her go out of the bar, and we're gonna get some food, and then yeah, so
Go back to your dorm and then.
yeah, but like then she had a boyfriend, so I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, because she told me that her boyfriend is picking her up as I'm like with her. I'm like, I gotta get out of here, so I'm like running, I'm like walking really fast to my dorm so I don't like get seen with her.
It was the thought of getting in a fight with the guy or that kind of
Yes,
stuff.
yeah, exactly. Because
That was
like
the
I'm
thought?
like they're dating, and like I'm with her, and like it's gonna be, and I'm drunk,
Yeah.
and I'm like almost at the point of blacking out.
Did you hit?
No. And yeah, but basically, I
How'd you
went-
find out she had a boyfriend? How did she mention?
She told me.
Oh, she said.
She's
Oh
like,
yeah.
she's
She
like,
said you.
I was like, you want to go back to my
yeah.
room? And she was like,
thinking
my boyfriend's coming to pick me
Oh,
up.
yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm getting out of here. See ya. And then I get to my dorm and I look down, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm pissing myself. Trying to get into my dorm.
No way.
Into my dorm hall, so people are looking at me, and then
Oh, they saw you.
yeah,
Oh.
like full out piss down my jeans, and yeah. So basically, yeah,
And did you get to your dorm?
I made it to my dorm, but I blacked out in my room.
Oh, okay.
So we blacked out in the room, but like, you know,
Don't
You
don't
made-
tell me you blacked out while having your clothes
did
on.
you have piss in your pants?
I took my jeans off and I threw
Oh.
them under my
Okay,
bed, which is
okay.
disgusting. But
Under the bed, so what? The fucking smell could come reek up?
yeah, luckily my
Exactly.
dude, luckily my roommate wasn't there. I have so much stories to share about college, but I want to talk about all the mental health stuff. But do you think I should talk about this more?
Dude,
let's get back to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up to
let's
you,
get back
Zack,
to
up to you.
mental health. But
Okay, but
I
the
mean,
point
what's your
is,
advice
the
with
point
people
is-
that might go through this?
what
What is it that you didn't do that you would suggest for those people
for
to do?
drinking and
Something that you
stuff?
realized a little bit later.
Yeah, like how do people
With
say,
alcohol?
"Oh yeah, I need to stay sober"?
Okay, yeah.
Like how do you even get to that level? Of wanting to
It's
be
very
sober?
difficult because you're surrounded by people who are brainwashed. I'm gonna say brainwashed because not everyone's brainwashed, but like
Most of them.
most of them are brainwashed because they didn't have that exposure to be having that freedom to drink and stuff because their parents are being strict.
And then
and
when they
then-
get that chance,
Yeah, they're
They
like,
take
oh,
off.
let's drink, let's go, let's
Yeah.
go to the bar, you know.
And then-
Drown ourselves in alcohol.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and I'm not saying anyone who drinks and stuff, I like no problem with like it's their decision, but like for me, it's not good for me. But basically, what I'm gonna say is like, yeah. So, it took me a while to like really think about not stop drinking because like I liked it a lot, but like I was noticing like that it actually infected my intrusive thoughts, but that's the main reason why I stopped. Because, yeah, like basically the intrusive thoughts, and then I looked it up. There's research and stuff. It affects intrusive thoughts. So, and basically intrusive thoughts are it's a form of OCD. I don't have OCD, but like it's basically like think about like everything you see like in front of you, and then you see something that disturbs you. You think about it for hours. And it's nonstop, and it's hard to live. It's pretty much hard to live. So that's why I had those suicidal thoughts, because I was like, why I can't live like this? Because I'm thinking about stuff that disturbs me constantly, 24/7.
My question to you is, what made you decide that what I'm doing is wrong? I need to snap out of this.
With the, alcohol and pornography, like stuff.
Just
like
all of those addictions. I mean, I'm
Um,
sure because once you do one, it's like
yeah,
a
I
domino
mean,
chain. Like once you do one,
I've
another
noticed that
comes.
every time I do it, I regret it.
Yeah.
I feel regret, and I hated that feeling, because I'm better than this. because I know it's bad for me. Why am I doing this? That kind of thing, like that thought was just racing in my head. And I'm like, why? And it just bothered me. And
So-
like I decided to take action, you know?
So self-realization that
Yes.
this isn't the right thing.
Yeah.
What would you tell people that are going through something? How would you tell them that you need to realize to yourself and be honest with yourself that what you're doing isn't good?
Or like, what ways can they get off the addiction they have? Like, what are the ways you did? I mean, you said one of them was meditation, right?
Oh, yeah, so, meditation, I mean,
Dude,
meditating.
I know a lot of people have trouble with meditating.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Alright, so,
You can't just.
it
You
takes a
can't-
lot of practice to
How
do it.
do you do it?
So,
That's what
I close my eyes. I actually do it in the shower sometimes, sitting it down,
Okay.
or I stand up.
Wow.
Like I got a speaker going on my phone. I play meditation, like a 15-minute meditation music
Okay.
on YouTube.
That's tough.
And then I visualize, I manifest my future, what I want in my future, and the gratitude I have in my life. I try to envision good things in my life, and just trying to just feel like what's around me, like if I'm in the shower, like the water touching my skin, you know, the breeze. If I'm meditating outside, the breeze, flowing in my
nature.
hair, you know, just trying to like use my senses, and then then I go into the spiritual side of meditation, which there is spirituality with meditation, and I envision my heart, because I believe the heart is the intelligence center and the center of energy, and I envision light going into my heart, and when I do that, what's weird is when I like envision light going to my heart, I always smile,
Okay.
and it always makes me feel good, and it's so weird, you know.
It brightens your whole body, basically.
And my mom actually, because like, and you kind of just envision your heart beating, like the physical heart beating, and just light going into it, and then you actually feel like a good feeling. And I've done many times, and yeah, and then it kind of puts me in that present moment, and it makes me feel grateful for what I have.
That's good. Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
Have you seen any results since you started meditating in
Yes.
terms of
Yes.
manifestation? Like what you visualized, you probably got it, or you felt more connected to universe or people, whatever it may be. What did it get you to? Meditation.
It made me feel like more present in life, like, cause like
Were you
it-
worried about future too much and worried about the past? Is that how
yeah.
it helped you really?
yes,
get
yeah.
connected
A
to?
lot of my fears are like stuff I did in the past, and I actually did come up with a thing I will share. That was an intrusive thought. So, my brain will make up these situations in my head that will it's like worst case scenario, like catastrophizing.
Okay.
So, for example, when I blacked out, I'm like, what happens if I assaulted somebody? Or like, what happens if I did something bad and like something pops up out of nowhere? Cause like,
And you didn't know about it.
yeah, or it's like someone like, oh, it's like didn't want to like say anything, and then they decided to say something, then I'm fucked. Kind of like that. And
Because
like
you can't defend
it's just
yourself
like
because you don't
paranoid.
remember.
Paranoid. I felt like That's what it was, like paranoia, and like it would just like go racing and racing all day, and
Did you ever have anybody in your friend group that probably went through same thing that you could connect with, or because you said you had people that also drank with you and stuff? What
Yeah.
were their situation like? What did they do after they drank and stuff? How did they feel?
what
Did you ever talk to anybody about that?
I mean, like how they felt after they were drinking and
yeah, you know how
yeah.
you went through so much trouble and stuff.
Yeah.
How were people
Oh.
around you?
Well, at
What
Penn
did they
State, I mean, my friend, like, in high school, like, I mean, I was, like, alcohol didn't really affect me in high school. It was really towards college when I started doing my self-improvement stuff. But, in college, I would get peer pressured a lot, and, like, I really didn't have a lot of people around me that were experiencing the anxiety from drinking. So, like, when I started to take action and, like, try to drink less and do it in moderation, like, progressively stop doing it, so I could get off so you can't, basically with addiction and stuff like that, you can't like just stop, you can't just stop, you have to like progressively stop, like doing it once a week. I wasn't addicted to alcohol, but like porn, like for porn, you have to do it once a week,
Slowly.
like progressively stop. and that's when you see that you can do it. You know, you just got to take action. But with the alcohol, I would get peer pressured a lot. People would call me a pussy. They would call me a fag, like terrible words like that. I would like punch them in the face if I could, but I learned how to control my emotions. But I had people like they posted on Instagram and like they didn't tag me in a picture because like I didn't drink. It was so like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like just because you don't drink alcohol, people see it as like a bad thing.
You don't fit in. You know?
Yeah.
Why does it matter if someone tagged you or not?
No. I think the message is the fact that they didn't include him being there in the moment.
And like
they
would make fun of me a lot and be like, and like they would try to make me do it, and like they would not respect me at all. It's ridiculous. It's just so crazy.
They would show disrespect.
It's crazy
how
how
you
like
didn't drink.
It's just crazy like how people like don't respect your opinions, and like
people are just ignorant.
Your morals and your ideals.
Yeah, and then that's when you have to. That's when I realized. That's when I realized. If we look at this poster. I want to be surrounded with people that respect me.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, after like I was getting disrespected, like especially in college.
That's what I did.
For things that like, you know, like I was like, getting disrespected so much and like getting like you know, teased and stuff.
So you wanted something better.
I was like, I want to be surrounded with people that think the same as me. I want to be surrounded with people that have the same goals
a positive
as me.
influence on you, basically.
Yeah, and make me feel good, you know, and like, I realized that it's really important, and Josh has told me millions of times that you have to be surrounded with people that will help you get to your goals and have the same values as you, and it'll make you, and it's the best thing. And I'm looking back at all the experiences I went through college and stuff, and I totally agree with it, you know, and I didn't realize that in the beginning of my college, I didn't realize that because I was brainwashed pretty much, you know.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And
Dude, thank you for sharing all this stuff. I think it was very transparent, very clear, and meaningful to, I'm pretty sure, so many people. Hopefully, if they can connect to it and learn from your experience, so they don't have to go through that stuff, because. I don't know. It's just very deep.
And just to mention here, I think you're very strong for going through all that and just being here at this present time and being able to share this, and not only able to share this, but the fact that you went over all this stuff, all the stuff you went through, and you were able to fight it. So I would really say you're.
And there's like.
When you tell you have the intention of helping others when you speak this.
I'm actually studying neuropsychology and.
You came out the winner, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm studying at Rhode Island neuropsychology, and my goal is to, I want to be on TED Talk and like help people with their mental health.
Let's go, Zack.
Own my own
Good
business.
luck with that.
Start with the small things.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, my goal is always to be on Bros Think Big, but
I think you could be good at it.
Josh, this is my first
I could be a guest next episode. No problem.
I could be a guest. Yeah.
But yeah, I really feel like mental health has really gotten crucial, like especially this generation. Like there's so many people that are struggling with it.
Do you think it's suppressed too in a way?
What you said?
Do you think it's suppressed? People don't talk about it enough?
Yes, I feel like people should advocate for themselves, and like it's really important. And like if people are struggling out there, please ask for help, because like it's really crazy like how much bullshit goes through people's minds and they don't say anything. Because like I did that, I advocated, I took action, and I'm pretty much all good.
And how much you can help from getting help from somebody else.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Just like life teaches you so many things, and I just love life.
Life's amazing.
Like I feel like a lot of people don't ask for help because they're shy and they feel that it's a bad thing asking for help and something you're not as strong in. So like, for example, if I ask you for help, if I have an addiction of pornography or alcohol or anything like that, it's not embarrassing at all because we're all humans at the end of the day. We all have weaknesses. We're not supposed to be all strong in something. We have to develop the power to better ourselves in every way, so it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. That's. I mean, I used to be like that too. When I would need help with something, I would be shy to ask, and I would be hesitating to ask. But now I just realize that there's nothing to be ashamed of. You know what I mean?
Yes,
you have weak points, your weaknesses in something. You just have to ask for help, and You know,
It's funny
Exactly.
because
I always ask for help.
there's a quote. It says it's like a bodybuilder will never laugh at like someone new stepping into the gym, and someone who has like 10 million subs will never laugh at you for
Making your
uploading your first video or anything. Like some athlete will never laugh at you for trying to get into the compound and put some work in. And the reason why is because they were in the same situation as the person that's a newbie. I mean, that's where we all start from. These addictions, they probably started when you were really young, so it's nothing like...
Some start early,
exactly.
some start...
I mean, I'm trying to...
later, but...
Exactly. Like in this scenario, someone that's
The pornography.
overcame that addiction will not laugh at you for you coming up to them saying, hey, can you help me out with this? Because they were in the same situation as you.
You know what I think a lot of
Unless
people
they're very
don't-
ignorant too.
A lot of people
Say
don't
they
speak
didn't go
out
through that.
because they don't want a bad image portrayed of them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the one too.
I think you were actually extremely strong if you can open up about the bad things in your life, which I have a lot of respect for you doing.
Yeah.
Not many people want to talk about the stuff that sucked for them, the blackout thing.
Yeah.
Especially when you're supposed to be on a self-improvement journey. You don't want to say that type of stuff, but it's very important.
Yeah.
It's very
I mean,
important.
I feel like these stories like will help people because like, I also like use the internet a lot to like search things up and like try to get answers to my thoughts and stuff.
Yeah.
And that would just make it worse. That's another thing. Like if you have intrusive thoughts, looking it up makes it absolutely worse because that's bringing more attention to the thought.
Yeah.
And then that's when
You start thinking about it more when you should be not even thinking about it at all.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
So
it's
instead
your
of
brain,
eliminating the thought,
you're
like putting more thoughts in
more
your
attention
head.
to it.
Exactly.
Now that you said it, you know what else is interesting? If you think that you have some kind of disease or some kind of illness, if you look up the side effects or symptoms of it, you might actually make it worse.
Yep.
Knowing the side
I've
effects,
experienced it.
you might start feeling it because you know what it's supposed to be. Placebo.
Wow, yeah,
So
yeah.
when you think that you have something,
power of this, man.
just kind of like what he said, let it flow. Don't look up
thing
what it's supposed to be.
so powerful.
It's interesting.
That sounds really good. I didn't realize that, but it makes complete total sense.
Just pink.
I mean, another thing is like,
Just pink.
I feel like people are really focused. I mean, on the external world more than the internal. But I mean, people who aren't spiritual, I know some people aren't as spiritual as others, but I feel like in the internal world, which is our heart and our energy, people don't really look at that, and they more look at the external, which is like your brain and your physical body.
Yeah.
But that's important
Spirituality
too.
is
But
beauty.
the
I
thing
feel
is
like
that
it's
they're
very
both connected, which is interesting. They're both connected.
Oh yeah,
And
all three. Mental, physical, spiritual, they
everything.
all come together.
everything's
Can't be
connected.
divided.
And if you can connect all three, then you'll be enlightened.
So,
You'll be
Yeah.
thriving in life.
hey guys, it's probably wrap up.
Yeah.
1
Let's wrap
hour,
up.
so,
Alright.
yeah, it's good.
Zachary Schwartz, right?
Yeah.
We have 5 questions for you, as we do for every guest. Answer them in your best for the audience, and make sure to keep it just a little brief.
Mm-hmm.
Just short answers.
Yes. Okay.
What is your best advice to somebody in life?
These are gonna be hard questions, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not
Um,
very simple.
Take your time.
All right. I think the best advice that I can give is to take advantage of every moment, and be grateful for what you have.
Don't take things for granted.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I feel like people just look at the bad things in their life and just focus on them. They're 24/7, and they just ignore what they have in front
What's
of
in
them.
front of them? Exactly, yeah.
And like I feel like that really, it's just making that change can like instantly change people's lives.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What is your personal drive? What is that keeps you going?
For me, it has to be like the goals that I set and like my discipline. Ever since I was young, I've always been very dedicated to do good in
Accomplishing your
school
goals.
and like just accomplishing goals and stuff, goal setting, and that's I feel like just the goals that I set, and then the people around me are what keep me going.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What do you value the most in a person?
I feel like just like, for me it would be like
What's that one characteristic that really draws you to that person? There's a lot of.
I feel
things.
like I feel like common interests, like if we have stuff in common and like
The
and
characteristics that's like,
are important, but also just people like kindness. I look at kindness and how, and like if they're kind, if they're like
Pure-hearted
yeah,
person.
just like a good
Pure-hearted.
person, you know. Yeah.
What is the common obstacle that you see people face in today's society, and how do you think you can overcome it?
I feel like mental health problems, like what I was talking about.
Yeah, because we said it. Amazing.
Or I think I just think right now, I feel like not back then, but right now mental health is a huge issue.
Yeah, I feel like
I feel like
actually
that's the biggest obstacle that people are having trouble with right now, and
because people let it get in their head, just like what Josh said. People have
and people are ending their lives
because of it. Back then.
I feel like everything revolves around.
Now they let it consume them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's really made them weak.
Yeah.
They give a lot of power to weakness in today's society, in my opinion.
Totally agree with that. Yeah.
What is something you hear frequently that you just completely disagree with? Or you hear somebody say something. This is going to be kind of controversial, but I mean, I feel like this is such a hard question. Like, can you say it one more time? Okay.
Sorry.
What is something that when you hear people say you just disagree with? Or what is something that you just disagree with?
I mean,
coming from people.
I think not having a balance of like just like I'm not overdoing, but like I don't like not the balance where it's like working hard and stuff and doing like good things for yourself, but like the balance of like just overdoing something that's bad, I guess, like eating a lot of junk food and be like, oh, I'll go to the gym another day. So like just pushing procrastination, or just being not disciplined. I feel like that's just excuses. I don't agree with excuses.
Yeah.
And I mean that's kind of like a little bit like
excuses are for pussies.
Yeah. I just feel like people are just like can do anything. Anything's possible.
I'm with you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good answers.
Thank you.
All right.
Question.
Have
you ever thought about straightening your hair?
I've done it one time and it looks terrible.
You don't like it?
Yeah.
You try to style it or?
I like my hair curly. I mean, I do wear a lot of hats.
No, I'm not saying it looks bad or anything.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've done it a little bit once in a while, but I personally don't like it. But yeah.
I think you should just let your hair be. You
don't
have to put on a hat all the time.
Yeah, I mean, some women have been liking the hair like when it's longer. So I mean, yeah.
Really?
QOTD. It's time for the quote of the day, guys.
Okay, Josh,
we'd like to give a quote.
We
like our quote to go to our guests.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. Read that, Zach.
I'm reading it. Wait, can I hold it?
Yeah. No.
So the quote, the QOTD is, your mental health is just as important as your physical health. And I totally agree with that. Solid quote.
Give her the credits. You're supposed to say, good job, Josh.
I didn't write that. I couldn't find it.
It's almost like they can't be separated. They come in simultaneously.
No, they're two combined.
You're going to shout out?
We all set up like this.
Shout out, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, ready? I feel it.
The energy.
Sash. I can feel the energy in you.
Sash. Me too.
Shout
Okay. I was like, what are you giving me a shout out? Okay. Shout out is going to be good work, y'all. Brought a saturated topic to the discussion and managed to put your own spin on it. By Exotics. This is through TikTok actually. So we
I think one of the first shout outs from TikTok, right?
Yeah, really, yeah. Exotics, you have a true place in my heart.
Really do. No, we do appreciate it. TikTok has been a struggle for us.
We can't taking down our videos, all that kind of stuff.
Go fucking follow us.
You're on TikTok.
You will do us a favor.
If you're still here.
Oh yeah, I actually want to say, like, for those that actually stayed on this video for this long and you're still watching, like,
kudos.
I love you guys, for real. Really. I think this was a really long episode. This was a really long episode, and I feel like a lot of people would probably get bored of it because they would be like, what is this guy talking about? Because we did touch a lot of deep topics that people wouldn't want to listen to. But I mean, if you're still watching,
because it's not entertainment,
we respect you so much. And everybody, even if you clicked off whatever, you came on our video, if you're interested,
you really want to self-improve. You're here to fucking be here.
So listen, be fucking proud of yourself.
Honestly.
Because we are proud of you
of the people that stayed in.
Share this video with people. I think it would help people out, especially if they're going through such things. What Zack said, and even that little help, the little push that it would help give somebody. That's what we're here for, and it was just it would just be amazing. It would be helpful. So thank you guys.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to hit push.
Yeah, tomorrow's a push day, by the way, guys. Oh yeah, tomorrow's Monday. Push day.
Think big, grow big, guys.
Think big, grow big. That's how we finish up.
Just rip your shirt right now and just.
He's about to. Think big, grow big. Peace.